Today, we will talk about Palau jellyfish are non-toxic. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. There is no doubt that Palau Jellyfish Lake is one of a kind. I remember seeing the first photos of it on National Geographic and I was amazed. There was this lake with jellyfish that don't sting near the Rock Island of Palau, a country I knew nothing about. Of course, when I finally arrived in Palau, I knew I had to see them. It is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Palau was one of the last countries in the world for me to visit, and it turned out to be really special. There are a number of other amazing things to do in Palau when visiting. More about that in our other blog here. The only way to see Jellyfish Lake is by booking a Palau Jellyfish Lake Tour. You don't want to miss out on swimming with jellyfish, and this blog will help you out with your planning. Ongoing monitoring conducted by the Coral Reef Research Foundation, CRRF, indicated that the jellyfish populations were now rebounding after the declines that were a result of the drought conditions experienced throughout Palau in 2016. Similar conditions were experienced in 1998, which also decimated the populations of jellyfish, but eventually recovered fully as conditions returned to normal. One of many marine lakes throughout the Rock Island Southern Lagoon, RISL. The unique environments found within these ecosystems were a strong argument for the inscription of the RISL to be a World Heritage Site. Based on the current conditions and the continued recovery of the site, it was determined that on Jimilthquito or Jellyfish Lake had sufficient numbers of jellyfish to provide visitors with a quality experience. 1. Where is Palau Jellyfish Lake located? The Jellyfish Lake is a marine lake located on Iolmalk Island, which is part of the Rock Islands in Palau. The lake is home to millions of jellyfish. It's believed the jellyfish have lived here for 12,000 years. 2. Why are there jellyfish in a lake and not in the ocean in Palau? Well, to put it simply, they are the remains of the last ice age when the sea level rose to the point where the lake was filled with seawater and jellyfish. Once the glaciers receded, there was nowhere for the jellyfish to go, and they got trapped here and evolved living in the lake. Salt water still enters the lake through a shallow complex of coral caverns, but the jellyfish can't get out. Only a few years ago, their numbers declined, and the lake was closed to visitors. It worked and the jellies start reproducing and came back. 3. How much does Jellyfish Lake cost? There are two costs to consider when it comes to Jellyfish Lake tours. The permit. To snorkel or dive anywhere around Rock Island Jellyfish Lake, you must pay for a permit, which is $100. It's valid for 10 days, and it is usually not included in the cost of the jellyfish tour, as you might have already purchased it. The cost of the jellyfish tour. As of 2022, the cost of tours are higher than previously. The cheaper tour only visits Jellyfish Lake, and it costs $125. However, we would recommend the Rock Island Tour, which includes the Jellyfish Lake, Milky Way, and snorkeling swimming stops for $150 per person. See below for all details. Additionally to this, you pay for the permit. 4. What is the best Palau Jellyfish Lake Tour? You'll be able to swim for hours with these creatures as they migrate from one side of the lake to the other on the Jellyfish Lake Tour. It's simply incredible. Is it expensive? Yes, it is. But so is Antarctica, and people still go. So what is the best Jellyfish Lake Tour to do in Palau? It's this one. Why? It includes all the main highlights, not just the Jellyfish Lake, so it offers a much better value. I have contacted all operators in Palau, and this was the best tour. I have even been quoted an expensive trip by another company, and then they said I have to pay an additional $14 to hire the snorkel and fins. This Rock Island tour includes lunch, snorkeling gear, and drinking water. The tour also includes a visit to the Milky Way, snorkeling in a few spots, and the famous Long Beach. Imagine swimming with wild turtles, Napoleon wrasse, bumfed parrotfish, and more fantastic marine life. And of course, the jellyfish. 5. Is it safe to go swimming with jellyfish in Palau? There are two types of jellyfish in Jellyfish Lake, moon jellyfish and golden jellyfish. As I mentioned above, they have evolved on their own inside the lake, so they have no stingers. They didn't need them to survive as they live on alga. So since they don't need to catch prey or protect themselves, they have no stingers. The bottom of Jellyfish Lake is toxic as it is contaminated with hydrogen sulfide, which would be deadly for the jellyfish as well as humans. Hence why no diving here is allowed. The companies that operate the Palau Jellyfish Tour have safety certificates to run smooth and safe trips. Palau takes its pledge to the environment very seriously. Any harmful sunscreen is banned, and you can buy the X0 friendly type here. Or alternatively, get organized and buy a rash vest or swimming shirt so you don't get sunburned while swimming with the jellyfish. Try to taste some of the local cuisines while you're here. The food in Palau is a fusion of several cuisines, taking influence from Japan, the Philippines, Indonesia, and the USA. Read our post about the most popular food in Palau and where you can get it. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.